What is going on out there, everybody? Rooster here in Tennessee with another video for you. Today we're looking at the Galaxy DX98VHP Big Rig Series mobile radio. This is Galaxy's most powerful standalone mobile radio. It does have 8 MOSFETs in it for the linear side of it. You can see the gigantic heat sink down here on the bottom. This radio is basically the replacement version of a 95T, 95T2 that some of you guys might be familiar with if you're not familiar with the 98VHP. They do somewhere around 200 watts out of the box. After being tuned and modded, they can do anywhere from 250 to, I have seen, about 325 watts out of them. Multi-band, this is your, obviously to go different bands, upper and lower channels. Talkback, verbal talkback, you can turn it completely off. Hello, 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 hello. Or you can turn it up. We'll leave it off for the video. 5-digit frequency counter. There is a dimmer. We can turn the dimmer all the way down and turn this stuff off. Or we can turn the dimmer wide open. About knock your eyeballs out. You'll see the backlit lettering on the radio as well. If you've got it in a mobile, the lettering is backlit on it. Right to left, fine and coarse tune for your frequency, to slide off frequency. It does have sideband. Kind of odd that it's got sideband, but it doesn't have a 6-digit on the frequency counter. But that's just the way the radio was made. But it does have AM, upper sideband, and lower sideband. Does have a Roger beep. You can hear that. Echo, echo in time. Then your dimmer, we already demonstrated. Your variable power is on the back. We've got it wide open just for purposes of this video. And then your mic gain, RF gain, volume, and squelch. Pretty self-explanatory. The radio's in pretty good shape. I'd say definitely above average. It does have some scratches here and there, but cosmetically it's in good shape. It's got a switch on the back to turn the linear off, and we will demonstrate that here in a second. We'll show you what it does with the amp off, and we'll first show you what it does with the amp on, using the radio as it was intended. But you can turn the amp off in this radio. It's been modified to where you can run the radio by itself. If you're wanting to drive it into an amp or something, you don't have to keep that internal amp on. Anyway, we'll start out on average power, bird average power, for people that like to know what it will do, bird average. 500 watt slug, middle scale, if we can get this thing to focus. Keying about 50 watts. Audio, swing about 135, 140, peak, or average I should say. Now we'll go to peak, bird 43P, 500 watt scale. Hello, 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 hello. That's 300 watts, just a little over. Audio, 111111111. We'll call it 300, but it's probably doing just a shade over. What we're going to do, we're going to pop this slug out. We're going to put our 50 watt slug in. So we'll look at the same scale because 50 and 500 read the same scale. And then we'll go back here and turn the power switch off in the back of the radio. It's to the left now. And we'll show you what the radio does by itself. Keying about 2.5 watts. Audio, test, 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 audio. Hello, radio. Now we can make it vary 50, but audio, test, 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 test. About 50 watts peak. Audio, test, 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 audio. 1, 2. This thing is staying blurry for some reason. Hello, 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 hello. Let's test it on average. That's 50 watts peak. Hello, hello, audio, 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 audio. Showing over 20 watts average. That is it, guys. Galaxy 98VHP. This one's for sale. I'm not keeping it. It is up for sale. There's the receive. Audio, 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 audio. Dummy low to dummy low just to show you it does receive. Anyway, I'm not going to keep this one. It is for sale. Questions, comments on it, let me know. If you're interested in it, shoot me a text at 423-299-3535, and we will get back to you. But that's going to wrap this video up of the Galaxy DX98VHP. Alright, hope to catch you guys out there on the band. 73s, enjoy.